Afternoon, where the Delhi Commission for Women Chief has now written to Prime Minister Modi seeking stronger laws and policies restricting the remission and paroles of rape convicts. And Swati Maliwal has cited the case of Bilkis Bano and the self-styled Gurmeet Ram Rahim, who is out on a 40-day parole, and has demanded that Bilkis Bano's rapist and Gurmeet Ram Rahim be sent back to jail. Mohit is joining us live right now. Mohit, what exactly has been mentioned by the DCW here? Because as far as Bilkis Bano case being taken up in the court, and when it comes to the self-styled Godman being given a 40-day parole, that also been given by court.
Well, yes, and we know for a fact that how people have been raising their voice against the early release of the rapists in the Bilkis Bano case, and also the parole that has been given to Gurmeet Ram Rahim, because there are serious charges of rape and murder against him. And now the Delhi Commission of Women Chief Swati Maliwal has written to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in which she has basically stated that the charges against the perpetrators of crime against Bilkis Bano and Gurmeet Ram Rahim are very serious in nature, and the parole of Gurmeet Ram Rahim should be cancelled, and the culprits in the Bilkis Bano case should also be again sent to jail, so that a message goes to the people on the ground that if you indulge in such kind of heinous act, then you will be punished severely. Also, she has basically in that letter said that, and I would like to quote from that particular letter, because she has written that letter to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. She has basically said that clearly the existing rules vis-a-vis remission, parole and even furlough in the country are extremely weak and can be manipulated by the politicians and convicts for their own benefit. Therefore, to avoid any further misuse of law and policies, there is urgent need to review them and make them stringent.
Mohit,
so
for
that
a better understanding as far as what has been mentioned by the DCW chief to the Prime Minister, I believe we also have Aditi joining us, will help us understand the excerpts from the letter with the request that is being made. Aditi, over to you.
Amita, over here we have DCW Chief's letter where she has said that parole to Ram Rahim and the Bilkis rapists who have been set free by the remission policy, both these incidents are deeply disturbing and reflect the connivance of highly placed politicians with influential convicts. The politicians continue to use rapists to further their vote bank politics, especially when elections are around the corner, which happens to be the case in both Gujarat and Haryana. If influential people enjoying political clout can seek undue benefits while serving life sentences in heinous crimes against women and children, justice is clearly denied, and any steps of the government for ensuring safety of women and children are rendered devoid of any merit. Now, clearly the existing rules and policies vis-a-vis remission and parole and even furlough in the country are extremely weak and can be easily manipulated by politicians and convicts for their own benefit. Therefore, to avoid any further misuse of the laws and policies, there is an urgent need to review them and make them more stringent so that justice is served. Now, following are the instructions where she has asked for a follow-up that they take up the matter of the premature release of Bilkis Bano's rapists with Gujarat government and Ministry of Home Affairs, so that the rapists are made to serve their complete jail term. Second, take up the matter of the parole of Gurmeet Ram Rahim with the Haryana government, so that his parole is cancelled immediately. Third, ensure strict action against senior functionaries of Haryana and Himachal Pradesh government who have attended the sabhas of the rapist and murderer Gurmeet Ram Rahim. Now, the fourth suggestion is set up a high level of committee to ensure stringent laws and policies regarding remission, parole and even furlough for convicts serving sentences in serious crimes against women and children. The sentences of convicts in cases of crimes against women and children should not be reduced under any circumstances.
Because Aditi, in both cases, if you are looking at what's been mentioned by the DCW chief in her letter to the Prime Minister, saying that these incidents are deeply disturbing and reflect the connivance of the highly placed politicians with influential convicts. Because in the recent times, Aditi, we've also seen how politicians seems to be making a beeline. They are calling it as a matter of faith and not taking into cognizance that this man is convicted of rape and murder. Aditi? All right, so the DCW chief, they're writing to the Prime Minister seeking stricter laws and measures that need to be in place, especially when it comes to convicts in the case who are easily granted remission or even given out on parole in the case of the early release of Bilkis Bano rapist and the self-styled godman Ram Rahim. We'll be back after a short break. You're watching Times Now.